I'm going to use the wall. Okay? You're making me nervous. She always thinks ahead. So, if we are not ready for headstand, so if we're not ready for headstand, we learned the posture yesterday, and we're going to repeat it. We'll do it together as a group today. So you got those of you that don't want to go up in the headstand, you'll repeat it. We'll do it together as a group, and you'll know what you're doing. Now, headstand is no small business. Okay, I believe it's a really, really complicated posture, and maybe a little bit unlike a lot of teachers. I take more precautions in teaching it. I take longer to teach it. I'm not in such a hurry. So if we need to do dolphin for longer, we need to do dolphin for longer. It's not a big deal. So where you put the weight on your head is important. So sit for a second in your back, and you're all going to try this before we put your shoulders up again. Comfortable cross-legged positions of sitting. And all the way up to the wall. Okay. Right. So if our shoulder heads, and remember yesterday at the end of class and shoulder stand, we really worked on these shoulder heads moving back. Okay. And the muscles at the base of the neck, the trapezius muscles going down the back. So this was a preparation for shoulder stand. Very, very, very important that you learn this. Okay, so the shoulder heads are moving back, and your sternum, yes, your sternum is chasing your chin. So there's this feeling of an upward lifting. And then if I take a block, and I put it right up against the wall, and her ears are upright, meaning her ears are not tilted. Let's see, I'll show it. Tilt your chin down. So if her ears are upright, the chin is level, then where the block is at the crown of the head is where she's going to do her headstand. So in other words, we're not going to do our headstand this way. And we're not going to shrink and shorten the back of our neck. We're going to keep it long. Okay, now some of you are not used to that. To the wall. To the wall. Okay, and now come turn around, please. So how you place your hands. We're going to start with the distance of the hands a little closer than normal. I'm going to use this as a prep. So instead of opening the hands all the way today and putting your head all the way in, I'm going to ask you to cross your thumbs and put your hands right at the fleshy part of the thumb. It makes it a tiny little bit easier to learn not to carve the hands open. So when we put the, remember yesterday we did this, and we're going to repeat it today before we do headstand. Remember we did that feeling of pressing down. I asked you to concentrate on that area of your wrist touching the ground. So when we go into the headstand, all of those are present, okay? So you don't get to forget them. The wrist is on the ground. The top and the bottom of the wrists are lined up. So what I don't want to see happen is that your hands flip out. Now, when you put your head down, and I'm going to have you do it in a particular way, when you put your head down on the ground, we're going to start with the head hanging. Okay, and some of you will find hanging the head difficult. Yesterday we did it a little bit with the block in our back. So we let the head hang. And the shoulders resist. They go up, up, up towards the ceiling. And when you come down, I want you to do it slowly. So the shoulders are lifted, the crown of the head, the top of the head dives straight down. So if this is my head, what we don't want to do is to push the head into the hands or to press the hands into the head. They're touching, but they're absolutely independent contractors. They're both just minding their own business. They lightly touch, but they both go down. They don't push into each other. This is really important for your neck. Okay, and when you put your hands like this, when you interlace your fingers, You don't make the fingers hard. You keep them nice and soft. And there's a round, nice shape here. When you put your elbows on the floor, try not to measure. Look, one elbow, the other even, shoulder width apart, and then put your hands. Okay. And cross your palms, please. Good. Knuckles all the way up against the wall because you're using the wall. And now come up on your knees. Okay, now, your knees, yeah. And now let your head hang. Nice. And now slowly, keeping the shoulders lifted, let your head come down. But not your shoulder, yeah, that's better. Shoulders lifted. Okay, and we'll curl the toes under and we'll straighten the legs. Okay, and remember what we're working on is lifting the feeling of the block there behind your back moving into your chest. Okay, now one knee into your chest, please. Knee into the chest. The other one, and you're hugging in. And now put your feet on the wall. Stretch your legs up the wall. And we're going to use the wall today, everybody. Okay. And from the front. Yesterday we worked on this a little bit. Okay, bring your feet a little bit this way. Okay. So inner elbows down. Shoulders up. Shoulders up. Inner elbows down, shoulders lifting. A bit crooked on me. Okay. And then, from the side view, buttocks up and away from the wall, front ribs to the wall. Now stretch your legs like you mean it. So the front and the buttock, the front ribs and the buttock don't poke out, they come into the center. And the body lengthens. Okay, now rotate your legs gently in so the inner legs are not puffing. Remember that block vibe, moving back. And the shoulders are lifted. Okay, this elbow needs to come a little bit this way. Yeah, I have to fix you before you go up next time. Okay, and up you go. Buttock away from the wall, lift your shoulders up. Good. Try to keep your weight even on both your elbows. You look to me like you're only using one elbow. Rotate, pull. I think you're mostly on this one. Can you put more weight in this one? And rotate your upper arms in. Good. Okay, it's a little better. And then slide your feet down the wall. Bring your knees into your chest. Keep your shoulders lifted. Shoulders lifted. Put your feet lightly on the ground and come down to chest. Okay? We're going to start with